Chapter 9. Verbs. Verbs are the words that describe an action or talk about something that happens. They take many different forms depending on their subjects, the time they refer to, and other ideas which have to be expressed. It can be roughly divided into the following three kinds. Verb. Action or doing verb. Existence or being verb. Possessive or having verb. Action or doing verb indicates action done by the subject. Example: come, cook, work, divide, study, eat, sing, etc. Existence or being verb indicates the existence of the subject. Example: is, are, am, was, were, be, etc. Possessive or having verb indicates the possession of the subject. Example: has, have, had, having, etc. Principal and auxiliary verbs. Verbs can further be classified as principal or main and auxiliary or helping verbs. Verb. Principal or main verb. A principal or main verb makes a sentence complete and meaningful. Example: Number 1. I am a student. Number 2. You run very fast. 3. Our house has a small playground. Auxiliary helping verb. An auxiliary helping verb comes before and helps the principal or main verb to complete a sentence. Auxiliary or helping verb helps the main verb to express the exact time and tense mood of a sentence. Example: Number 1. Gaurav is working very hard. 2. You should do your homework. 3. You should have finished your breakfast. Transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs are action verbs that have an object to receive that action. For example, number 1. I baked some cookies. Object: some cookies. 2. Swati rode the bicycle. Object: the bicycle. 3. Mom moved the chair. Object: the chair. 4. I stitched the quilt. Object: the quilt. All of the verbs in the above sentences are transitive because an object is receiving the action of the verb. Intransitive verbs are action verbs, but unlike transitive verbs, they do not have an object receiving the action. For example, number 1. I laughed. 2. The horse galloped. 3. The sun set. In all of the above cases, the subject is performing the action of the verb and nothing is receiving the action. Look at some more examples of transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs. We enjoyed the concert. I opened the door. She kicked the ball. He took me to a restaurant. I saw an accident. He copied my answer. Intransitive verbs. We arrived around midday. She sneezed loudly. Your baby cries a lot. His grandfather died last year. The rain fell heavily. He stood in the corner. Regular and irregular verbs. On the basis of its formation, verbs can further be classified as regular and irregular verbs. Verb. Regular verb. A regular verb forms its past and past participle form by adding d or ed to the end of its base form. Base form, past participle form. Work, worked, worked. Look, looked, looked. Dance, danced, danced. Paint, painted, painted. ask, asked, asked, play, played, played, cry, cried, cried, walk, walked, walked, need, needed, needed. Irregular verb. Irregular verbs form their past and past participle form in a different way instead of adding d or ed. There is no ending at all by changing the vowel of the base form. These are called strong verbs. Base form, past participle form. Eat, ate, eaten. Go, went, gone. Do, did, done. Fly, flew, flown. Draw, drew, drawn. Arise, arose, arisen. Begin, began, begun. Break, broke, broken. Grow, grew, grown. In order to express the time of an action done by the subject of a sentence, we form present participle or ing form and present indefinite or s or es form. For example, base form, present participle form, present indefinite form. Cook, cooking, cooks. Come, coming, comes. Eat, eating, eats. Meet, meeting, meets. Run, running, runs. Verb forms. Root form, past participle form, present participle form, present indefinite form. Catch, caught, caught, catching, catches. Give, gave, given. Giving, gives. Go, went, gone. Going, goes. Hide, hid, hidden. Hiding, hides. Hit, hit, hit. Hitting, hits. Run, ran, run. Running, runs. Begin, began. Begin, beginning. Begins. Bend, bent, bent. Bending, bends. Choose, chose, chosen. Choosing, chooses. Get, got, got or gotten. Getting, gets.